Namaste everyone. So we have already understood the two koshas, Annamaya Kosha and Pranayama Kosha, correlating them to matter and energy. The third kosha, the Manomaya Kosha, can be understood as the information, a structured data behind this energy which is driving this energy to function in a certain way. So this energy doesn't flow randomly. It is guided by some data which is structured in a definite way, and that is the Manomaya Kosha, the mental body. Manomaya Kosha consists of the mind and the five senses of perception, the sense organs. So the five sense organs collect data from the external world, feed it to the mind. The mind then uses this information to guide the energy to function in a certain way so that the matter comes into life. Mind or the mental body is also a tool, a resource. Hence it is called Antahakaran because it is an inner tool that all of us have. It consists of four parts. First is Manas. Manas is the data center. All the five senses, the eyes collect some information from the external world, the ears will hear something, the tongue will taste something, there will be some sensations of touch on the skin. All these five senses collect some data, some information from the external world and store it in the Manas. So Manas is the storehouse of all this information, but it doesn't have logic, so it doesn't make logical decisions based on this data. Yes, some of the instinctual decisions which are more driven by emotions can be taken by the Manas. So suppose we see something very attractive, the eyes collect this data and feed it to the mind, and the mind can take decisions even based on this small set of information without putting any logic, any discrimination into it. And that's why the decisions made by the Manas are called instinctual decisions. But the next part of the mind is Buddhi. Buddhi is the intellectual part of the mind. It makes logical decisions. It helps us discriminate between what is right and what is wrong. The data that has been collected by the five senses and stored in the Manas is processed by the Buddhi to make better decisions. Now all the experiences that we are having on an everyday basis, all the experiences that we have had from the childhood till this point have created some kind of memory in the Chitta part of the mental body. Now we think that we are making all our decisions based on Buddhi, but more often than not, our decisions are driven by the previous life incidents that have happened and created a memory in our Chitta. So none of the decisions that we make are entirely made by Buddhi, but are somewhere related to our past memories. And the fourth part of the mental body, the Ahamkar, is the ego, which gives us a sense of identity, based on which we consider ourselves as separate individuals. So the interesting question is this physical structure of the brain containing mind inside it? No. Brain is a physical structure while mind is a subtler concept. Brain is just matter and mind, Manomaya Kosha, is the information, the data that is driving this physical matter to work, to function. And more interestingly, according to yoga philosophy, even mind is jad, is inert, because mind is not self-conscious. It's the Atman that is self-conscious. It's the Atman that is conscious of the contents of the mind. But Manomaya Kosha is also one of the dimensions of our existence, of our personality, and it is very important that we become conscious at the Manomaya Kosha level as well. So in the Manomaya Kosha, it's the Buddhi that needs to be strengthened and it's the Manas that needs to be regulated. Regulated emotions and undistracted Buddhi will help us focus, make better decisions and grow on the spiritual path. So practices like breath awareness, Tratak, mantra chantings, nada anusandhan, dharana practice, pratyahar practice where we draw in all the sense organs, all these help us in regulating the emotions in the mind, strengthening the Buddhi so that we make better decisions, have a sense of contentment and live a more conscious and better life. If you consistently practice Ekagra practices, you will see the change. Now the Buddhi is also divided into lower and higher Buddhi. The Buddhi of the Manomaya Kosha is the lower Buddhi because the decisions that it is making is based on the memories that have been created. It is not independent of the past memories and hence the decisions that it makes are biased. Higher Buddhi is the Buddhi of the Vijnanamaya Kosha, and this is the next Kosha that we are going to discuss in the next video. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you and Namaste.